Afternoon. Welcome to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. My name is Leon Jones. Today we are going to talk about government and politics and how it works because a number of us voted on election day. We voted for the president, and some people aren't happy with the presidential election results. I can understand that, particularly if one wins the electoral college and the other wins the popular vote. But you also have to understand that occurred also when you have four candidates running, and individuals forgot about that. When a libertarian candidate runs, it usually takes votes from the Republican. So I believe Gary Johnson got close to 5 million votes. Joe Stein, the Green Party candidate, got 1 million votes. So if you take that number that Joe Stein got and subtract it from what Gary Johnson got, there's 4 million votes out there, which would have gone for the Republican. Therefore, Donald Trump would have won the popular vote. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm talking to you about is when you go and vote, the president is a figurehead. You want to vote for your Congress people. Your Congress people are the ones who control the purse strings. They're the ones that actually have the districts, particularly your congressional districts. They're the ones who can bring the money into your state from Washington for infrastructure projects, for education, for other types of government programs. What it is, a number of individuals, because their candidate lost, they're getting emotionally charged. That's not going to do anything. Being emotional just overrides thinking. What you should do when you go vote, you should look at the ballot in its entirety. And don't always vote partisan. A number of individuals who are Democrats or Republicans vote for one party. What you need to do in order for the process to work for you as an individual is you need to get active in the political atmosphere. Go to town hall meetings. Find out who your school board members are. Look up their voting record. See how long they've been running. And also, see if they are maintaining their promises. I know most politicians don't. But a number of us have gone to the polls and looked at the president. Now, again, we are a parliamentary style system, just as the Brits are. In fact, our system comes from the Brits. Except they have a prime minister, and they have the House of Lords and the House of Commons. Getting involved in a political process doesn't take a lot of money. You can join different lobbyist groups. But what you have to understand is how the system works. It's a lot of money infused in politics. And if you are going to have a career in politics, you have to have a thick skin. Because one thing that's going to be said is what you did in your past. Now, I think it's dirty, but the object of a politician is to convince the American people that they're right for the job. This is why they have the debates. This is why politics can get dirty. There's a lot of mudslinging going on. That being said, the best case and scenario, find out if the political process is working in your state, is start looking at your state and local representatives. Because you can find an instant effect. You're not going to find much of a effect when it comes to the national level. Because in actuality, the federal government is supposed to protect our rights. It's your state and local government that are going to have the initiatives, whether, again, infrastructure gets built, government programs, education, your colleges. And see, this is what individuals fail to realize. Now, even the state and local branches of government are also parliamentary. You have your governor, then you have your state house and your state senate, you have your county exec or your mayor, and again you have your city and county council. If you look at everything, it's a corporation. But a lot of people are under the misconception that the president can do everything. No, there are executive orders. The president can veto, but a president must have the Congress act. If we go to war, Congress has to authorize that. I want everybody to take a step back and look at the next few years, particularly if you're a Democrat. Start getting candidates together for the House and Senate races and gubernatorial races. Yes, the turnout is going to be much smaller. However, those races do matter, and even your judgeships matter. Now, we have three branches of government, of course: the judicial, the executive, and the legislative branch, and that's on all three levels. But start looking at everything on the local end, because I can tell you, you have a lot of schools, particularly in the urban areas, that are horrible, and they need to be fixed. You have teachers who walk off jobs. You still have powerful unions like the NEA. If you want to maintain a certain culture in your state, like California is a very liberal state, okay, what you have to do, if you don't want liberals to run your state, don't vote for liberals. If you don't want conservatives to run your state, don't vote for conservatives. But you have to understand how the process works. It's a lot of money. McCain-Feingold campaign finance reform hasn't worked because there's more money than ever going into the system. I mean, Jill Stein just raised $1.1 million for a recount in Wisconsin. And the funny thing about that is there was only a one vote difference. So you spent a lot of money just for one vote. Now, I also heard that the recounts have stopped in Pennsylvania because Donald Trump won Pennsylvania by 70,000 votes. Now, you have other avenues that the Democrats are trying to take where they're trying to influence the electors to bring Hillary in as president, which that means in 15 days they actually cast their vote for president. So the electors can vote for Hillary if they want. Now, in the western states like Idaho, the Dakotas, I don't see it happening. It could happen in places like Pennsylvania or Michigan. It could happen. I don't believe it is going to happen, but it could happen. The founding fathers, when they set up this political system, they knew what they were doing. And again, what is the Electoral College for? That's so you won't have the areas with the most dense population electing a president. But a lot of individuals don't understand how the system works because schools don't teach it. A political science is a basic course. And I suggest everybody take a political science course. And if you need more on the topic, you can look on the internet for different sources. I mean, it's a fascinating process if you understand how the system is connected. But you have to look at all of your initiatives on your ballot, like gun rights, rape laws. I'm just giving you examples. Because I think a lot of us got caught up in the presidency, and we're still caught up in the hoopla and the emotional charging of Donald Trump. We don't know what he's going to do. He hasn't been elected. He hasn't been inaugurated. He's been elected, but not inaugurated. I tell each and everybody this. If you sit home and don't vote, you can't whine. And you had some people who did. Same way the Republicans did when Romney was running and he lost to Obama in 2012. First case in point, what I'm trying to say is start looking at all of your local elections. And individuals don't take those seriously. Voter turnout by your base can help put the candidate in that you want. Now, I did a video 3 months ago. Do we need term limits? I do believe we need term limits because we have career politicians. And a problem with career politicians, they can gerrymander the district so challengers won't get enough money or enough votes to actually win the primary because the incumbent has all the resources, has all the lobbyist groups. You have to understand with politics, it's corporations, it's a status quo, and that's what politics is about. It's about the status quo. I mean, I have this, I won't call it conspiracy, that the president is already picked. We just go out and vote because we only know what's going on at the surface. We don't know what's going on deep. In fact, it wasn't Obama who wrote the health care bill. Some lobbyists wrote it. You have all these groups like CPAC. And the bottom line, when we talk about status quo, that equals special interest. So what you can do if you want to understand the political process, join a special interest group. But participate in what's going on the local level because it has an instant impact on how you're living. Particularly if you have a business like I do, small business. You want to know what the taxes are going to be in your municipality. Also, you want to know if the state has enough grant money or enough funds to build infrastructure. You have to understand the state gets their monies from the federal government. Now, the federal government does oversee the money that they're issuing the states. You have to understand, too, about politics, there's a lot of pork or fat in these bills. We don't see it. So my opinion, and this is just my personal opinion, just be more vigilant of what goes on in the political sector. One of the problems is the media, and I might have to do a video on this later on, the media creates deception. What's happening? I can tell you, the media had all these scenarios out for Hillary winning, but they got tripped up when everyone thought that Hillary had the votes, the map was worked out for her, but the silent majority voted. And regardless of the outcome, you don't have to agree with it. This is what the process is. But if everybody understands how politics works, you can actually be part of something that is, I don't want to say great because politics isn't great, but you can save yourself a hassle, your wallet. And what I mean by saving your wallet, you as an individual can participate in the process if you had a little bit of money by running on a local level. I'm telling you, the local level is what a lot of us miss out. Because I guarantee you, I live here in Indiana, 92 counties. And I'm going to tell you, All the counties have different rules, different tax rates. I don't understand that. But for everybody who supported Hillary, Donald Trump, congratulations again to both of them. And like either one of them, don't get me wrong. But somebody had to get elected. But if you want people in power that you believe are right for this country, understand and participate in the process. You have to have money. Again, politics is about the status quo. Everything that we see at the surface is a ruse. This is why you have to think deep. Don't think at the surface. That's where the deception is. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to the talking heads, the pundits, because they make a lot of money off of reporting bad journalism, and they won't get fired for it. Because that's the biggest part of the political spectrum. The media is almost a fourth branch of government. And the media is very biased. I mean, you have Fox, they're basically for the Republicans. You have conservative talk radio, but liberals, the media is much greater because you have all of the public schools, you have the colleges, and you have the newspapers, and you have the national media. But if you want to override all that, make a YouTube channel. Get on Blog Talk Radio. Express your views. That's what I do. And you don't have to be great at it. You just have to have some knowledge about the subject and to be able to present it. But at the end of the day, to understand the political process is to get involved. First place to start is at your local elections. That's this commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show. Today is Sunday, December 4th, 2016. You can tune in to the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. The guest call-in number is 215-383-5785. And if you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show right here on YouTube so I can keep giving you quality information for educational purposes from a professional and mature perspective. Now, on this channel, we don't engage in any emotional, controversial issues, nor do we participate in drama and unwanted bickering. So please be respectful and positive. This is an educational channel. Knowledge is power. Also, if you have a business or a topic that you would like for me to discuss right here on Blog Talk Radio or YouTube, please email me at lej6521@gmail.com. Please feel free to comment. I do like comments, but make sure that your comments are pithy, no bloviating or pettifogging. If you wish to opine. Now, here's something else that I'm doing. I'm following Brother Ringo TV Raw, getting particularly all of the black YouTubers together, creating our own media outlet, even if you don't agree with them. But we got to support each other. Talking about channels like O'Shea Jackson, Angry Man, Matt Coley, Rashawn DeLay, Miss Mitchell, Cynthia G, some of those other channels, men and women. Well, in the links below, I have channels listed that you can support. So if you're my subscribers, come support their channels. Whether they have 0 or 200,000. We need to create our own force. So we don't have to worry about the liberal media trying to deceive us, trying to tell us how we should think. Also, if anybody is thinking about starting a YouTube channel, give me an email as well, and I'll set up a marketing plan for you. because not everybody is professional. I'm not professional, but if you want to actually think entrepreneurial and make YouTube work for you, you need a plan. And I can devise a plan for you. And that's it. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. Remember, please be gentle and respectful with each other. And have a wonderful and blessed evening. And enjoy the snow. It's snowing right here, northwest Indiana. But a pleasant good night, all my subscribers, listeners, and YouTubers.